Hi everyone, Amy Collins. I'm here with Carrie Ray Barnum. We're both with New Shelves Books, and you may have been watching either of us on Free Advice Friday. Carrie and I take turns as much as we can, going back and forth, offering advice on Fridays. And we're doing a whole series of videos right now to help people who are struggling perhaps a little with the learning curve around Zoom and Skype and those sorts of things. This video is part of a short series that we're doing on Zoom. The last video talked about how to sign up for Zoom. The second video talked about how to join a meeting, and this video is how to behave once you're in that meeting. How you doing, Carrie?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How's my audio? How's that sounding?
You're sounding nice and clear.
All right. The reason why I'm sounding nice and clear is I am using a top-of-the-line Yeti microphone. Carrie, you're using a headset, correct?
I am. This is a Plantronics headset. It's really cheap, Amy. I think I got it from Amazon for $25. And not only does it allow me to hear clearly, but it helps so you can hear me clearly as well, and I don't have a lot of audio feedback.
Well, audio feedback is really plaguing a lot of people this week who may not be aware of how to use Zoom and microphone, and they're just using their laptop or their phone microphone and they're holding it in front of them, or they're using their computer or laptop microphone, not realizing how it bounces around the area around them and gets picked up by the microphone. Literally, the sounds that you're hearing are being picked up by your own microphone. So we recommend that you use either a microphone, a desktop like I have, or a headset like Carrie's using. Carrie, why don't we show people a little bit about how to manage the buttons down below? So I'm going to ask you to do a few things, and then guys, I'm going to show you how she did what you see. Carrie, let's say that you start up a meeting with me and you're not feeling it. You're not in the mood to be seen. Your hair's in a ponytail or for whatever reason, and you want to just be audio and not have your camera show. Can you hide your video for us?
Of course.
Look at that. Now you guys may see that that's Carrie's picture. What a lot of people will see if you hide your video is just your name, but Carrie has actually signed up with Zoom the way I showed you 2 videos ago, and when it got to her profile, she actually dropped her picture in as part of her profile. Carrie, come back. We miss your pretty face. Well, we actually see it.
Well, that one was better made up, but I guess I'll do.
So guys, here's my mouse. I am circling around Carrie's pretty face, and I want you to follow my mouse down to the bottom. This is how you shut off your video. You just click that video camera right there. You just click the video, and you can still hear me, but you can't see me. Now, Carrie, you and I have been on video chats before, and when you work from home, which we all are doing right now because of everything that's going on, it's just me. It's me and my husband and a couple of dogs, but things are real quiet here. Not always the case for you, is it?
No, not always. Not only do I have 2 kids, but I have a dog, and worst of all is my husband, who tends to be super loud.
All right,
So,
clomping the boots.
yeah, it's the boots. It's the clomp, clomp, clomp. We're a little bit like elephants around this house.
So if you and I are having a meeting with a client, or let's say, because last Saturday morning I was in a meeting with 70 other people. There were 70 of us on Zoom, and there were all these little buttons showing up. And what I was wanting to do is to ask you, Carrie, if let's say your husband came in and started asking you questions, not realizing that we were on a meeting, do you mute yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Not only do I mute myself, but I tend to keep myself muted, especially if I'm on a meeting with multiple other people, just as it's a nice thing to do so that, if I have to sneeze or if someone's talking, you don't hear me. So do you want me to go ahead and show you how I do it?
Well, I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to show people how you can actually leave your mute on and hit the space bar to turn your microphone on. So let me show you guys a little bit about what we do here. So if I'm going to mute myself, which Carrie is right, it's good form. If you're in a meeting with more than 2 or 3 people, you want to keep your mute on all the time. You have no idea what might be happening in the background, and it's just good form. So I'm going to mute myself.
I can't hear you, Amy.
But I am now holding down the space bar on my laptop, on my keyboard, and I can talk. And when I want to release the space bar, And I'm holding down the
Now
space
I
bar.
can.
Let's see if I can, there you go. See, holding down the space bar. I'm holding down the space bar. So it's a great way to keep yourself from ticking off other people. So that is 2 bits of techniques. I also wanted to share with you a little bit about how you might be able to share your screen if asked. But so let me just show you a little bit about what we do here. I'm going to make sure there's nothing on my computer. Let's see, Twitter, Publishers Weekly, LinkedIn, Amazon, and Hootsuite. No, I can totally live with that. So if you want to share your screen, all you do, here's my mouse. I want you to go down to the share button, click it, and then you're given a spate of options. And so I'm going to actually click what I want to share, which is my Google. And so let's say I wanted to look up the New Shelves website on Google and I wanted to show people stuff. Carrie, can you see my screen right now?
I can see the New Shelves website.
Now, guys, here, see this bar here that I'm moving around? Carrie can't see this. Carrie's not able to see this at all. But, Carrie, what if I did this? Can you see this thing I've just circled right here?
Yes, what our clients say about us.
Isn't that cool, guys? That's really neat. But Carrie cannot see this bar that I'm moving around. That's a special bar just for me. So if I want to stop sharing, I simply go to this big red button and I click Stop Share. Carrie, help me out. Is there any other advice that I haven't thought about that you might want to share with people about how to interact on Zoom? Anything I've missed?
I think one of the important things about screen sharing is just making sure that unless you are asked to share your screen, that you ask everyone else if it's okay for you to share your screen. Especially if it's not your meeting or it's a large group, you don't want to just go sharing your screen without permission. You definitely want to say, Amy, I'd like to show you something. Is it okay if I share my screen?
All right.
And it's just kind of like a nice thing to do. And also the chat feature is something that I think a lot of people would like to use.
All right, well, that's a good point. So let's do the chat feature. I just opened it up, and let's say there. And guys, usually if there's more than 2 of us on the chat feature, I'm going to say hi, Carrie, and everyone. I'm going to spell it right. That goes to everyone. I also can just chat with Carrie Barnum. See how it says privately there? And it's going to say, Carrie, whoops, let's see. You look marvelous today. That's just going to Carrie privately. But Carrie, you and I have both gotten in trouble in the past, haven't we?
Well, sometimes you think that you're doing that private chat. Maybe you're not having the nicest thoughts or day, and you put it out to everyone. So it's very important to make sure that you are, for one, making sure that you're only saying nice things or that you're staying on topic. And Anna probably wouldn't appreciate that, right?
No,
so
and
definitely
so
that.
Carrie has said this many times, and I agree with it. If you wouldn't say it to their face, do not put it in chat on Zoom, because and the other thing is that if you're not the one organizing the Zoom meeting, that means that the organizer has the ability to record this Zoom meeting. They have the ability to download the chat. There is nothing private about Zoom. Even though it says privately right there, that is not true. So those are just a few of the tips that we've done today about Zoom. There'll be more tomorrow. Tomorrow we may hit you guys up with, I'd love to do a couple videos about oneclick.chat, which is another internet face-to-face program that we're going to use. So guys, thank you so much for meeting with us. We will see you Friday on Free Advice Friday.